Social Development and Gender Affairs, in collaboration with the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, has opened registration for its second Beauty Entrepreneurship training. Interested in participating? Well, stay tuned for details later on in the program. Today, we're honored to welcome Project Manager Andrew Tseng and Project Coordinator Claudia Walwyn to tell us more about this. Welcome to Good Morning SKN. Such an honor to meet you both.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
All right, so let's begin this way. Can you tell us about the purpose of this initiative?
Okay, so the Women's Empowerment Project is founded by Taiwan and cooperate with the St. Kitts and Nevis government. And this project is contribute to reduce the stress of the women in St. Kitts and Nevis after the pandemic of the COVID-19. So this project have three main goals. Have three main purpose. First one is the technical assistance, which is like we host vocational training. Like this one, the beauty is the one we are going to host next. We also provide one-on-one counseling to the women's entrepreneur in St. Kitts and Nevis. And the second one is the financial inclusion and credit guarantee project. We cooperate with the Eastern ECPCGC. And it's an organization work on the credit guarantee in Caribbean area. And the third one is the initiative contest. We cooperate with the local NGOs to running the project related to the women's empowerment issue. So right now, the beauty entrepreneurship training is one part of the vocational training, and Claudia can introduce you more details.
So we've done 7 vocational training so far across St. Kitts and Nevis. This is our second beauty because we had an overwhelming number of registrants, and obviously we could only take 40. So the Taiwan ICDF has agreed to offer a second course, and so we have registration that's open until Friday. And so far, we've had an overwhelming number again. But unfortunately, we will only be able to take 30, and they will go through a series of training as it relates to how to run a business effectively. And we'll have someone from Social Security come in, and Inland Revenue, they have to pay their taxes. And so we are encouraging them to manage their finances as well, and their social media, obviously, so that they can bring in more revenue by bringing in new customers and sustaining the customer base that they have.
Okay. So you mentioned you have an overwhelming amount of persons that would have applied. What qualifications must you have to apply for this training?
Okay, so this one is a more advanced, and we're expecting them to already run a business, not just trying to run a business.
Okay.
So they will have to do a business plan in the first week, and in the second week, a business improvement plan. To get into our program, they must have a business license in the beauty industry. And we would like to see some traction on social media to show that they have been trying to promote their art, because there's no point in just doing business. Word of mouth gets you so far, but people like to see what they're about to venture into. So that's another aspect that we look for.
Okay.
I'm just curious, because as we talk about these projects, obviously there is a long-term goal in mind. How do you measure success?
For us, it's like we can see the growth. They are doing their business and they are running well, and they are running better, and they can have like before they cannot afford their livelihood, but after the training, it's very happy to see the entrepreneur. They are running the business and it's going well. They can even hire some staff to their business, and that's really happy for us to see this.
Okay. One of the things we look for is their ability to show how they are managing their finances. Throughout the 7 trainings, persons have said, oh, well, I don't pay myself.
You have to pay yourself.
I pay my taxes when I have. So that's one of the measures that we use to show that they're being more, strategic about paying themselves and paying all of the expenses associated with their business. Yes.
Okay.
You're really looking for long-term success, and I love the fact that you continue to check in. You can see that you are making a difference the way that you intend to. It's really great. All right. In case I missed it, I'm not sure I did, the duration and the location of the training.
Okay. So the training for the vocational skills for the beauty, it will be at the ICDF. That's the Information Technology Center on the Bay Road. It will begin on the 6th of February from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. We will provide transportation for persons to get to the venue, so that shouldn't be an issue. We provide them with lunch and a stipend as well for the week. And yeah, it's fun. It will be challenging because it takes them a bit out of their comfort zone, but they will be pleased at the end.
Why provide a stipend and there is a grand prize at the end?
As Andrew said earlier, because we're trying to cope with the impacts of COVID, it's difficult to ask persons to close down their business during the daytime, come to a training, and so it's more as an incentive, and also to remove that excuse, that barrier. Well, I won't be making any money, so I can't afford to close my shop. So that's one part of the reason.
Also, some of them, they need to take care of their child, and they don't have time to join the training. So we hope they can focus on the training. So we offer them stipend. They can looking for daycare service for their family.
Right.
You guys thought of it fine.
I was going to say, you really thought of everything, and that's good to know. The grand prize, we've been talking around it. Let's talk about the figure, because this really incentivizes people to come to training. 3,000. Okay, Andrew, you're in the hot seat here, Andrew. You get to take credit for it. $3,000 US to be given at the end. Tell us about that.
So we, in the beginning, you need to provide us your business plan, and after the training, you need to finish your business improvement plan, and we will see if you qualify as the ready entrepreneur.
Okay.
So we will offer them $3,000 US, which is 9,930 EC. Yeah, for them to keep growth.
Okay.
Yeah, we hope to see them become we hope to see them successful using this fund. Yeah.
Is there any stipulation or restriction on how that money is used?
Basically, you need to use this money in the relative area on your business. Like you are doing beauty, you cannot use this fund for buying some food or food machine. Yeah, so it's not have a limit, but only need to focus on your industry.
Right. Yeah. Because it's a grant to assist you in improving your business.
Yes.
So whatever you have in your business plan, you should use the money to fund that.
So then if I were attending this workshop, which I'm not obviously for obvious reasons, but if I were and I were writing a business plan, then I would look to budgeting for that amount or more so that you can actually see what I would put that money, how I would use that money.
When they do their business plan, they do a full budget, all of the necessaries that they would need to run their business. And previously, in the 7 cohorts that we've had before, they were asked to do a pitch presentation. These ones are getting away a little bit more easily, but because we think they should be more advanced in their business, so they won't be required to do a pitch. But we asked them in their business plan to give a detailed chronology of how you're going to spend the money. So part of your operations plan, it should say, this is for that, and we'll be doing it in this quarter, that quarter, or however they plan to do it. So let me the best ones win.
Ms. Walwyn, you said the tax returns are involved. So once they spend the money, would they have to keep all these receipts, and would you need to see the receipts? I know the tax folks would.
So because this one is more a shorter version of the previous trainings, we are not requiring to see their receipts. However, the training will indicate to them that they must hold their receipts. Yes.
All right, let's talk about the first beauty training session because obviously it was successful. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here now talking about this, right? Okay, so in terms of the outcome and what you looked at for success, perhaps an example as to someone who came in as a novice and you're looking at them now and you're saying, wow, I'm really impressed by them. Are there any of those stories?
There are plenty of those stories across all of our cohorts. Specifically with the pitch presentations, persons on the first day, one of the activities that we give them is to introduce yourself, tell us about your business. And there were persons that would cower under, the table, literally go under the table, hide their faces, mumble. But then at the end, when they did their pitch presentations, you're like, wow, the confidence came out just through the training. The various facilitators who came and gave them motivational speeches, assisted them in making pitch presentations, that helped them a lot. And a lot of them would have come back and said they're grateful for the training because they didn't know they had it in them to speak to the public. And you're like, but you're in business. Well, people know about me, and so they come to me. But no, they tell more people about themselves. So that is good.
You mentioned mentors. Who are some of the mentors who are at this cohort?
In this one, we have 19 counselors from St. Kitts and Nevis. They will provide a different topic for the beauty industry. And we also have a full tutor from Taiwan who will doing the online training for the training years. So the topic will including the HR, human resource, hygiene, and financial, and management.
Okay.
All of them is like we are not focused on the beauty skill. We also
it's not for skills.
Yeah, it's not for skill. We want to provide them how to manage their business well as a big company.
Okay. So we're building big companies.
Yeah. We have persons like Tracy Byron. She's an entrepreneur herself. Yarini Morton Bell with the social media marketing.
Yes.
Those are the ones that come to mind.
The list is long, so
yes, it's quite an intense 2-week training. So time management is key for us because our facilitators come in on the hour, do their thing, and leave for someone else. So, yes.
Well, I can see that you are really gearing up to empower these women because when I think of, you mentioned Yarini with the social media marketing, your plan is to have these women actually go and market themselves.
Yes, that's the idea. Previously, we've had persons like Kyla Brown. And these are women who are running beauty businesses. Yes. So they give them the real life examples of what to look for and how to overcome certain challenges. And that's the idea, to connect them with other entrepreneurs. And Dr. Tamu Brown, how can I forget her? I mean, she comes in at the beginning and she asks the question, are you ready for business? And so it gets them thinking about how to be like a real entrepreneur.
That's a scary question, by the way.
But it's a question that has to be asked because some of them, we've had, I can't think of the percentage of dropouts, but we've had dropouts because they realize this is intense work. This is serious work. I can't just, show up and braid a few here. I have to braid here. I have to manage the shop. I have to ensure that the stocks are in. I have to keep stock of my inventory. Wow. I have to go pay Social Security. Yeah. Okay, am I going to bring on a staff full-time or am I going to bring on someone when I have jobs? So these are questions that they have to ask themselves. Am I prepared for that level?
All right, so in our final moments, registration, is it officially closed or are you going to take the excess and perhaps apply that to some future workshop that you might have or training? How does that work?
So it's not officially closed until Friday. And as I said, we've had a significant number of entrants so far. But by the time we go through some persons would be employed already.
Okay.
And so entrepreneurship is like their side thing. Those are not the persons we're looking for. We're looking for persons. Entrepreneurship is my main business.
Yeah.
That's where my money comes from. And so those are the persons we're really looking for. And again, you must have a business license. Because having a business license, it shows that you're serious about
Yeah.
business, that you're investing in yourself, and that you are doing the right thing by registering and being acknowledged as a businesswoman.
All right, so no word on the excess yet. Who knows? We might have another iteration.
It's not likely that there will be an excess because, as I said, this project has done 7 cohorts before of various businesses. And so, well, there is one more. There is this skills training.
Absolutely.
We are working with AVEC, the Ministry of Social Development is working with AVEC to bring about a certification training. Some of the persons who were successful, those persons who are, those persons really took the
Might be redirected.